And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
Welcome to it. So glad to have you here on another episode of the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. We're going to go straight to the phones. Hello, Case. How are you?
Hi, Mocha. Hi, Roz. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the podcast. What's your question?
My question is, if someone borrowed your body for a month, what sorts of tips would you have to give them so they aren't caught off guard?
Good one. Wait, what's your answer first before we all answer?
I feel like I could write a novel about this, but definitely food.
Before you say your food stuff, how old are you? Just so we can get a sense.
I'm 28.
Okay,
I'm 28
years old. Okay.
I feel like my list will just get longer as I get older, though.
Okay, so go ahead. At 28 years old, what would you have to warn somebody about?
So foods to avoid, position to sleep in, and the thing that catches me off guard the most is I have like a nerve in my neck that randomly goes haywire, and it looks like I've been tased. Like when it happens, and it happens randomly, it's a sight to see. So I would definitely have to warn someone about that.
So what happens, though? Like, does your neck go to one side?
Exactly. So it's like, you know, when you get a foot cramp and your whole foot like clenches and it's super painful?
Worst. Yeah.
It's like that, but in the side of my neck. So I just like jerk to the side and I have to kind of like work it out.
I have that with my thumb.
You have one weird thumb more?
My thumb suddenly gets tense and starts moving on its own.
Like it's possessed?
Yeah.
Like you have a ghost in the thumb?
Thumb ghost, yeah.
Wow.
That's so weird. Okay.
Mocha, go ahead.
Let's see. Oh, okay. So first of all, if you were in my body,
lucky you.
Bedtime is 7:30 every night.
Right.
Okay. Lately, a couple of years now, I've been staying away from dairy. Mm-hmm. So no dairy, please. Mm-hmm. What else? Come back to me. I'm sure that there are more.
You weren't selling yourself very well.
So I will say for me that as soon as you get the feeling that you have to pee, go pee. Because you can't hold your pee very well.
Okay.
You know, like you're just going to have to go pee all the time.
Yeah.
And when you have to go pee, it's like, it's going to go from, oh, do I have to pee to, oh my God, I have to pee. And that happens very fast, right?
Okay.
So just always if you walk by the bathroom, like my rule is this, if I walk by the bathroom, I go in and I sit, not because I have to pee, but just because I might have to pee in a little bit, in a bit.
Gotcha.
Okay. So that's the way that I sort of deal with life. I spend a lot of time on the toilet, so get used to it.
Yeah.
Not that I have to. I'm not like incontinent or anything like that. I just really enjoy my time in there. And so when pee happens, it just happens.
Yeah.
I would say that. And then also my hair doesn't work if it's clean. So don't get in my body and immediately go in and put a whole bunch of shampoo in your hair because you're going to hate your hair for about a month afterwards.
Right.
In order for my hair to do what my hair does, it needs to be filthy.
Oh, I got another one for me.
Yeah, what?
Lotion every day.
Lotion every day.
Top to bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
There.
I do not lotion. What are some other things about my body? Like, I think I'm normal in the sense that, like, all the parts work. Like, there's nothing that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right?
I love pasta.
Yeah.
Right? But but now we make, like, gluten-free pasta. We have, like, other healthier versions of pasta.
Yeah.
But every now and then, I go for, like, the full...
Yes, sir.
From an Italian restaurant made by like an Italian nonna.
Yes, sir.
Real deal pasta.
Yeah.
Get ready for that bloat.
Okay.
Like almost immediately after eating. Just get ready for it, and then you're going to have to deal with it.
Maury, what about you?
Okay, so there's a dry patch on the left side of my tummy. If you scratch it, it
You're
will
a grown
bleed.
man. Don't say tummy, man. That's so weird.
Okay, stomach.
Thank you.
So the dry patch, it's itchy. It will bleed.
Okay, hold on a second. Wait. Explain this to me. You have a
There's
what?
like a little dry patch, and sometimes I pick at it, and it sort of
But
bleeds.
why is it dry, though?
I have no idea.
What is it, like a scab?
For sure, maybe, but from what?
But
do you lotion it?
I do. I put oils and whatnot.
And it still absorbs and gets dry?
How long has it been there?
Couple weeks.
Oh, so this is a new thing.
Yeah, this is a new thing.
Oh, okay. So you have a dry patch on your side, and if you pick at it, it'll bleed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yo, what about that pimple on your neck that you've had for 11 years?
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
I have a really weird bump on my leg.
Yeah.
Every 3 months, you have to pick the scab off. That's all.
I have one of those too.
Gross.
I have a spot.
It's like a cyst.
I have a spot. No, mine's not a cyst. I think I got bit like a spider bite years ago.
Yeah.
And I have something on the top of my outside of my calf. And I have been picking at it and popping it and then picking off the scab, and then it will heal, and then it'll be to the point again where I could pick it, pop it, and it'll scab. This has probably been going on for about 5 years.
Have you not seen a doctor?
I have one little spot. It's such a tiny little spot, but it doesn't heal. It refuses to heal.
We should compare lumps.
Yeah. I'm not at that point in life more where we start
Sitting around with your pants and shirt off.
Yeah.
Comparing lumps.
Okay, Maury, what about intimacy though? What would somebody need to know about your body when it comes to intimacy?
Oh, lights off, shirt on.
That's not your body though. That's just your
preference.
That's preference.
Wait, whose shirt on? Yours?
My shirt on, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get tired quick?
Okay, so don't. You're not in it for the long haul.
No, like it's
No.
like you're looking at the clock, like let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Also, it's never going to happen, right? So if you do get those feelings, you should probably take care of it yourself, is what you're saying.
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
I had
So
more, but
this
they're
is-
really gross.
This is all good to know. This is all good stuff. All good to know. My mouth dries out pretty quick. Yeah. My mouth dries out pretty quick, which is it's not a whole lot
It
of
hurts
fun.
when I pee.
It hurts when you pee.
my
Where does it hurt when you pee?
Like it burns sometimes.
It burns.
Whoa, urologist, man.
Maury, you have unhealed scabs on your body, and it hurts when you pee.
Dog.
Okay, bro.
That's the next level. You just Google those two things?
Don't.
Oh my God.
Don't.
I mean, you probably want Mocha's body. He eats pasta and bloats. Big
Man,
deal.
I'm
Like,
not-
I burn.
I'm not sure you're gonna make it through the weekend,
Oh,
buddy.
man.
Those are two shocking.
Oh, I
names.
could keep going,
that's a
but
great
let's go
question,
on.
Case. Really,
Yeah,
really good question.
interesting.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to think.
But for me, there's not a lot. There's not a lot to figure out. Everything works. It just I get sore easily.
Yeah.
Like that's really just it. There's
Do you have to knock anything into place?
No, and I don't crack anything. Like I'm not a cracker. Like I would say,
Oh,
I
I
hey,
love
you
cracking my
gotta crack
knuckles.
your knuckles or your back and stuff. I gave all
love
that
it.
up years ago.
Love
I
it.
stopped cracking things. I stopped biting my nails. I stopped doing all that stuff. There's really nothing.
Oh, water. With me throughout the day,
Yeah.
you got to drink lots of water.
Yeah. Why? But what happens if you don't, though? You're just telling somebody how to maintain your body if you
Yeah.
weren't in it. But you need to tell people how to manage things in your body.
I mean, Roz, you forgot that you sweat a lot.
yeah, that's
Oh, yeah,
true.
that is right. You
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Like
I do.
that should be on the warning label.
I do. On the warning label.
No more. You, sir, are a walking warning label.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Case, that was a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
No problem. See you guys later.
Oh, wait, before you leave, before we let you go, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Definitely Roz, because us beautiful people got to stick together.
Yes, ma'am.
It's tough out there. It's tough.
How beautiful are you on a 1 to 10?
In Hamilton, I'm like a 9. In Toronto, I'm probably like
Yeah.
an 8.
Yeah, I hear you. I grew up in Acton. You know what I mean? I was an Acton
Yeah.
sub shop 10 my whole life.
So, Case, you're a Hamilton 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Have a good day. Aiden says here, what's the funniest thing one of your children has said as a response that you knew was wrong but couldn't help laugh at?
Oh, jeez.
We've been trying to get our 4-year-old, almost 5-year-old, to stop swearing
Yeah.
because he says the F word a lot. The other day
lot.
in the car,
Yeah.
and I'm going to bleep this,
Yeah.
he goes, out of nowhere,
Yeah.
I didn't even know what he was doing, but out of nowhere, he goes, what the friggin'
Like he censored the first part, but then just went right for it afterwards,
yes,
right?
but he's been saying
you
the
laugh?
full. You know what?
hard
No,
not
we
to.
didn't. But we had to explain to him why he can't use those words, right? But he has been saying like the full length WTF. Actually, he hasn't in the past little while because we've been having a lot of talks with him about swearing. So he
Right.
now says he says friggin' a
Yeah,
lot,
yeah.
but he knows. or
Where's
he
he
says,
learning the full word?
Oh, from us,
Oh,
from
yeah,
Jen
from
and I. We
parents, easily.
swear like
Yeah.
so much, but he's been saying what the heck now.
Yeah.
But like with the first couple of times he said it, like I did laugh because I just thought it was hilarious.
It's hysterical.
Right? Yeah, of
Kids
course.
and old people swearing is always
Oh.
going to be funny.
Yeah, the best.
It's always going to be funny. Rox went through a little bit of that, but she said what the hell for years now.
Yeah.
Like that's really the thing. What the hell? That's been her thing for years. She said the F word once when she should have, like, I don't want to say known better because that's the wrong way to say this. When she was after the age of where we had conversations with her, where it was something that she ate, and I think it was really hot, and she was at the table by herself, and it just like came out. She was like, "Oh, and, and Catherine, I looked at her and she was in so much pain because whatever it was just burning her mouth.
Yeah.
But her immediate reaction was to go straight for the F word. And in my head, I was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you right now.
Right context.
Right context. Everything is great. But no, Roxy has said other things to me when she was younger that, and I've said this, I've talked about this one before on the show, which is we had just got I don't know what we were talking about, the cottage or something like that. And I was just sort of like goofing around and we were sitting there together and I was like, one day, babes, all of this is going to be yours, right? You know, doing that kind of thing. And she's like, well, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm like, I'm not leaving you. And she's like, your dad left you. Right? Because my dad's dead, right? And I was like, oh, geez, man. Like
sick
that,
burn, but also that hurts.
Also, yeah. Yeah, I had nothing to say.
Okay, this
That's so.
from Grace.
Can I laugh?
Yeah, of course. It was funny as hell.
I think we've talked about this before.
Go ahead.
Maybe in the past year or
right,
so. But
go
still,
ahead.
let's revisit anyway. Grace said this: when eating an apple, do you bite around the apple first, then eat the side, or do you eat from left to right? As if like you're eating like corn on the cob.
I eat bottom to up. Like I start at the bottom,
Uh-huh.
and then
Well, I
go,
know. I'm just trying. Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you're holding the apple right side up.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Huh. No, I turn the apple sideways,
Yeah.
bite the middle first,
Yeah.
and then I bite left or the right side. That's how I do it. Middle, and then left side, right side, and then I work my way around. Middle again, left side, right side.
That's what I do, I think, too.
Yeah.
I don't go all the way around, so you have like that cartoon thing at the end where you still have a
No,
lot of
no,
red
no,
on the
no,
top
no,
and a lot of
no.
red on the bottom.
No.
Because I don't like things to touch my face. Right?
What do you mean?
Like if I go to put something in my mouth, I don't like it when it touches the sides of my face.
So how do you get it in there?
I open, right? Like I pull my lips back a little bit and then I put it in because I don't like it. Like if it's big and it's going to go anywhere, like not necessarily like in my mouth, but if I have to use my teeth on it, I don't like it when it touches the sides.
Because you don't like what the sliminess or the stickiness.
No,
of
yeah,
them?
I don't like the stickiness of it because then it gets caught in my beard, right? What are you laughing at?
Because I know somebody right now in this moment
Oh, shut up with that.
is going to slow this conversation down.
No,
and send
no.
it to
But
us.
if I take it, like I'm picturing right now, like if I'm holding it and then I open up and I go to put it in my mouth, right? I will do the middle part first.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I'm like you, I'll turn it to the side so it's up and down. And then I take a little bit off the bottom and then a little bit off the top. And then I flip it again and do another big one.
Oh, interesting.
But where
Yeah.
does all the
That's
like?
good
do you-
technique,
Do you
man.
ever suck the juice? Because I
Because
find that if you do it your way, it drips.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? It's interesting. I've never, maybe first of all, I don't eat a lot of apples. So to say whether or
Oh,
not
I
I
love
suck the
apples.
juice is, I don't know. Probably, maybe lick it. Like
I
if it's,
mean,
if it's
but who-
running down about to hit my hand, I'll lick it
Yeah.
for sure. Did you, when you were a kid, did you always have to have the skin cut off an apple?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No. huh?
But
No.
of other things, yes. Like my dad would peel an orange or a pear.
Yeah. A pear.
Yeah.
Really? You know, I don't know if I've ever had a pear.
What?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if I have. Thought about this. I ate one off. We have a pear tree in the backyard.
Yeah.
And
do
one time,
not.
yeah, and I took a pear off, and it wasn't ripe, and I took a bite. It was just sour, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if I've never willingly had a pear. I might have had like a piece of pear in a salad or something like that at
Do you
one
want to
time.
bring some pear tomorrow?
I've never.
I have
no,
so
I've
much
no,
pear at home.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, so the
Oh,
the
pears
best
are
ones. I
good.
don't know if you heard of Farm Boy, great grocery store. They have Portuguese pears right now, and they're
Okay.
so juicy
Yeah.
and not sour at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was okay with pear. It was
Oh,
fine.
Pears are so good.
Really?
Brianna says here, you're offered $50,000.
Yes.
But if you accept, the person you hate most in the world gets $100,000. Would you take the deal?
So basically, you
Okay.
would,
Wait. Pause for 1 second. Let's put a rule on this.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say that this has to be the person you hate in the world that you know. So you
Oh,
can't.
yeah,
so
that's
you,
how-
you
how
so,
I
so-
assume.
Okay.
too.
Okay. So you can't say Putin.
Right.
Right, you know what I mean? Like,
It's
who cares
somebody
if he
you
gets
know.
another $100,000? I don't
Yeah.
care. But somebody you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Somebody
That's
you
how
know.
I take it.
Yes. Okay.
My answer is no.
you would not take. You would be that bitter
Yes.
to turn down money so that
I don't
the
want
other-
my enemies having $100,000.
But then you're not getting any money.
So what? I don't have it right now. That
But
50
then
grand
who's
doesn't exist in
laughing?
my
They
life.
never had the money. You were offered the money. It seems like they win.
So, Maura, you would say yes.
Yes,
Okay. Who are you thinking of right now? You don't have to say that out loud, but you definitely have somebody in your head.
absolutely.
Okay. What if we said you get 50 grand?
But now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did they
Hold
know?
on, he's
did they
asking
know,
first, man.
No, I know, but hold on. There's a caveat. Did
Yeah.
they know that the money came from me?
Well, it doesn't come from you.
But do they know
You
that
mean
they're
because
gifted
of
this
you?
money because of me?
Yeah, let's say yes. They would know. They would know that they got 100 because you took
wow.
50.
See, that might change things, though.
Oh, really? No, I'm still saying no.
So you would say no now.
Yeah.
I
I'm
would still say
saying
yes.
no.
I need the money.
Okay. What if you got 50, they got 200?
There's no way.
I would still. I need the money.
What? Okay,
Really?
you get 50.
Rory.
You get 50.
I
They
know,
get.
but
you
they're
get
200. It's not coming out of my pocket.
no, it's not. You get 50. They get 300.
Come on, dude.
I would have to say no.
So you would say no to 300.
I would
but-
have to say no because to me, then they have so much more, and they'd be like, "This a-hole,
Yeah.
like he took."
But even at
look what I got from this
200,000 that they would potentially get, you still said yes.
Because I know that if I went home and I said to Matthew that I turned this down because that way they didn't get the money,
Right.
he would be like, "You're an idiot. Who cares? Just take the money."
Right. Interesting.
Would you?
Me? No. As much as I know how much more he could use 100 grand, I'm going to say
Oh
no.
my God, you're such an ass.
Sorry, Mo. You just lost out,
so
son.
mean.
Stephanie asks, do
Should
you
I text you now or later if that was a joke?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do
Text
you
away.
love to bake? If so, do you use real or artificial vanilla? If you use artificial, ask Google where it comes from.
Do I bake? First of all, I don't bake, but the girls bake.
Yeah. You know,
I use real.
I don't know whether we have real or not.
It would
What
say-
is
It's like-
what's real vanilla? What's it like? Where?
Well, it'll
what-
say artificial vanilla.
Oh, I'd never check. I
But
haven't
wait,
checked.
but they both come in a bottle, right?
yeah.
But one will say pure. I use the real one just because there is a difference in taste.
Hold on, let me. Hey Siri, where does artificial vanilla come from?
I'm guessing Shem Googled it.
Okay. I found this on the web for where does artificial vanilla come from. Check it out.
Why you can't just tell me, girl?
What does it say?
Shut up. This isn't real. When it comes to imitation vanilla, there's a whole lot of talk about beaver anal glands.
Get out of here!
It's true.
Beaver castoreum.
way!
Beaver castoreum, the goo-like vanilla scented secretion that comes from beavers' castor sacs, located, in close proximity to their anal glands, has been used as a food additive for much of the last century.
That is disgusting,
Hold
but
on.
also very, very delicious.
Okay, wait. So
Yo, I love
Castor
vanilla.
sack.
beaver
Ew. Oh.
vanilla. I need a couple more sources on this.
National Geographic.
Is that where you found it?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
That's believable.
The FDA regards castoreum as a, quote, natural flavoring just in time for holiday cookie season. We've discovered that the vanilla flavoring in your baked goods and candy could come from the anal excretions of beavers. Beaver butts secrete a goo called castoreum, which the animals use to mark their territory.
Ew, that's so gross.
I can never eat holiday cookies again the same.
Okay,
Ew.
hold on. I need to find. That was from National Geographic. Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
It's the most.
Wow,
Ew.
that is.
I don't know. I'm going to have to check the bottles now.
Yeah.
I
Are
have
you
a
going to, moving
feeling-
forward, ask people when they give you a cookie what they use?
Can I? And
Ugh.
but can I also just tell you that beaver, that vanilla is my favorite smell in the world. Like my soaps, my colognes.
I know.
Yeah, but
love
I
the
don't
smell
think
too.
that the castor sack is in your fragrances. I think it's only in the stuff you're baking with.
But then how are they making it smell like vanilla?
Yeah.
They
you
gotta
can't tell
use
me it's in the
vanilla.
like you're spraying
Yeah, beaver butt.
Yeah.
beaver butt on your neck.
Yeah.
Mm.
I guess. I don't know. I don't
Tom
know.
Ford uses beaver butt.
Is that what all those strippers smelled like all those years? Right? Like,
Oh,
am I?
No, you don't even want to know where they get the glitter from. That's so gross. Okay. Dan says here, what is something you are into that you wish your partner or kid also loved so that they could enjoy, or so that you guys could all enjoy together?
Stamp collecting.
I think we've had this
Similar,
question
very
before, right?
similar, yeah.
Yeah. So stamp collecting. Does Matthew like see when you're like mucking around with the stamps or no?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Does he say anything?
He thinks it's a waste of time, and then
Yeah.
I show him what some of them are worth.
But you guys don't have anything in common, though.
Not much.
Really, right? What would you say you had most in common?
Our love of books. Our love of coffee
But not
table.
the same books.
No, but yeah, well, he loves, like, the funny thing is, I don't know if I'm going to take full credit for this, but he loves certain fashions because of me now.
Like what?
Ben Sherman, he's
right.
obsessed with Ben Sherman.
Right.
He loves Warhol because of me. Like he's now trying to complete our set of all Warhol books. On the weekend, he was looking through to make sure that we had some of the big ones that we should have.
Interesting. So you guys actually do have like a lot of hobby-y type things. That
I
you,
think
you-
so.
That you mutually love. You just don't love each other.
I mean, we tolerate.
Do you though? Roz, do you have an answer for this? Something that you're into that you wish maybe Catherine and or Roxy were also into?
Grass seed.
No, I wouldn't want them to be into that. That's my thing, man. I don't like.
That's a good point, though.
if
There's some
I-
things where you want it just for you.
Believe me, if I got home and like the lawn was already done and perfectly mowed and everything else because one of them did it, I would be so pissed off.
Would you though?
Oh
Or
yeah,
if
that's
they
my
found
thing.
like a fertilizer or like a different type of seed that they
No.
thought would look good on the
No.
property, and come home and they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, check this out! I just spread this new type of seed
Yeah.
that I read about on a blog."
Well, it was a real big problem when I got rid of all the dandelions.
Why?
Because kids love dandelions. They love to.
Oh,
But it's a
yeah.
weed.
It's totally weed.
I
And then they
know.
wait, and then they pick them up, and then they blow all the things off, and then they go all over the place, and then you got more dandelions. It took me years to get rid of the dandelions, and now there's no more dandelions. And they're like, I wonder what happened to the dandelions. And I'm like, I don't know.
Weird.
Weird.
Ozone layer.
They'll look at like old pictures of the place where the lawn was covered in dandelions, and they're like, oh yeah, why don't we get dandelions anymore?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. No idea.
Strangest thing.
It's the weirdest thing, huh?
Yeah, it's to everyone's point. Like if I have something in my life that I enjoy so much,
Yeah.
maybe the enjoyment wouldn't be there as much if everybody else in the
Well,
house
wrestling, you'd love it
also
if
loved
your
it.
family loved
yeah,
wrestling.
maybe wrestling, because every now and then, like
You could
if
road
we're
trip
all,
and go to a show together
yeah,
and stuff like that.
we'd go. We would totally do that.
Yeah.
We would be that family.
But would you want to be married to somebody who would stand beside you and like get really like and chap and clear and scream for like Roman Reigns? Do you want to be married to that person?
I mean,
I think he's going to say
And
yes.
then debate? Do you want to debate your wife on who the best wrestler is, or do you want to be the one that has that say in the house?
yeah, I think I'm good with the situation right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like wrestling's your thing.
It is.
Yeah, like you don't want your wife to sit here and like to start going off on who the best wrestler was.
That wouldn't turn you on?
No, it wouldn't turn me on at all.
No,
No,
you
no,
crazy?
that's ruining my favorite thing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I like that Catherine doesn't. I like that she doesn't cook
Yeah.
because I like cooking so much.
Mhm.
Like I like it. Like it's
Do you
sort
guys
of,
think
it's
you would
my,
fight?
It's my thing.
Would you get into
No.
arguments, you think, if she was just as into cooking the way you are? And like wanted to like
No.
take on
no.
tasks in the kitchen?
No, I don't.
Like if you in your mind had like a meal prepped
right.
and you know exactly how you're gonna make it
Right.
and what the presentation is gonna be like, but she also has that exact same meal in her mind planned out a different way, you'd probably clash.
Yeah, we don't work well together, Catherine and I. We love each other. We can do everything in the world together, but we don't when it comes to work, like work things, collaborating on something, we don't work well
Is
together.
it because of you?
She will say it's because of me, but it's 100% because of her.
And are you...
Good one. Hey, Cassandra, welcome to the Roz Mocha Show podcast. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. What is your question for the room?
So there's a little bit of backstory first. So my boyfriend and I were talking the other day, and I happened to use his government name. And so because I use pet names, and I didn't use his pet name, he got worried that he did something wrong. So then we started talking about pet names and how he doesn't use them. And he said that it would be weird to use pet names because only old people use pet names. And so he said, who calls somebody sweetheart, for example, that's weird. And I said, well, Roz does. And so he was like, yeah, old people.
Oh, damn. Hold on. So are you asking a question or are you just calling in because you wanted to let us know that your boyfriend was dissing Roz?
No. There's a question. So sorry, Roz. I did try to defend you. So my question is, what names does your partner call you that makes you immediately know that you did something wrong?
That you did something wrong.
Or that you're in trouble, or
Yeah. So let's start with Maury on this one because
Full
I
name with middle.
What's that?
If I've done something, like if he's super pissed.
Yeah.
I'll say
I get-
Maury Samuel Sherman.
Yes, because he knows how much I hate the Samuel part.
Why do you hate Samuel so much?
I don't know why. I just feel that it's super like unsexy
Hey, did you ever find out why your middle name is Samuel?
because of like an uncle on my mom's side.
Oh, okay.
But I know
Gotcha.
that because if I was a girl, it was going to be Hilda.
Hilda.
Yeah.
So Maury,
Hilda Samuel? No.
Maury,
I guess
Maury
that
Samuel
would be
Sherman.
Samuel.
So
Yeah.
give us an example of the last time Matthew whipped it out. Whipped that.
Since way before they got married. Okay. Is the answer for that
Okay,
question.
it's been a long show. Give us, if you could, Maury, if you could give us an example the last time Matthew
God.
whipped that out.
It was this past weekend.
What did you do?
It was this past weekend, and it's because he was cleaning around the house,
Mm-hmm.
and I gave Andy food, and we know that our dog Andy will take the food and bring it to the carpet,
Mm-hmm.
and he had just vacuumed and cleaned the carpet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he and I went to bed to read, and he went, Maurice Samuel Sherman. And I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
And I know my heart immediately sinks. I'm like, oh, no. And I start immediately going through in my mind what it could be.
Uh-huh.
And so I go out. He's like, I just finished cleaning this carpet 2 seconds ago. You don't do anything around here, Maurice Samuel Sherman. And I cleaned this carpet, and you gave him food, and he's already dirtying this carpet.
Wow.
And then I remind him that the carpet was for Andy to eat on. And he said, yes, but I still have to clean it.
You guys have too many rules in the house.
Question.
Too
What
many
time of
rules.
day was this?
9 p.m.
Oh, okay. 9 p.m.
Hey, Shem, did you and your wife have any pet names? Aside from goodbye, I'm leaving.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no!
This never gets old.
Roz!
God damn, Ross.
Okay, so what?
Wow!
Do you remember? Did you guys have pet names for each other? Because here's my thing. Because this is why it's interesting though. Because for a lot of Shem's relationship, you guys were long distance.
Yeah.
And long distance, you tend to do a lot of typing and a lot of writing.
Yeah.
And when you're typing and writing, you tend to not use the person's government, right? You tend to use pet names.
100%.
What were you using? Do you remember?
Yeah, I used to call her Brookie,
Yeah.
and that's because we love Brooklyn, New York, and that's kind of where I first told her that I loved her.
Yeah.
So we used to call her Brookie, and then
She would call you
Are you
what?
going to cry?
no. Come on, man.
She'd call you what?
I can't. Well, it's a podcast. I can say
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
She used to call me JP
Okay.
because JP used to stand for something on my body.
JP.
JP.
Yeah, you won't get it.
It was a nickname for
Jiggly.
that
It was a
part?
nickname for something.
Jiggly pillows.
No, Jiggly. Come on, look at me, man. Jesus something.
Jesus penis?
Jesus penis?
Oh, wow.
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 Hey,
how
Diva.
does a guy go from Jesus penis to single? I don't know. How does that happen? She left you for who? Like Satan penis, I bet, right? She needed to get the devil in her. Yeah,
Wow.
I bet you that's what that was.
Deepa, at home, do you and Talal have like pet names for each other? Or do you just call each other by like real names?
I call him Poop, which he does not like at all. That's my pet name for him. He doesn't really have a pet name for me, I don't think.
He doesn't call you honey or babe
no,
or anything like that?
Just Deeps.
Oh, okay.
Replace the A with an S, and that's it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, there.
Deeps is sort of
Deeps
in
and poop.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost
Sounds
as
cute
it's
together.
almost as if you're creating a household devoid of intimacy and any sort of
No,
sexuality. Deepa.
no.
Referring
There's
to
a reason.
that you call him
that.
poops.
Yeah. So it's because when we first started, when we first started dating, he used to call me bae, and I hated that word so much. So then, and I was like, okay, let me just Google the literal translation of this. And when I Googled it, it turns out that bae is the Danish word for poop. And then that's why I started calling him that. Just to
Okay. Oh,
annoy
yeah.
him,
You know what? I think
so.
you've said that.
And it
Yeah.
stuck.
And it's stuck for
Yeah.
8 years.
Poop stuck.
Yeah.
But in your home, like if you're upset with him, let's say, or you get into a disagreement, do you ever call him like just straight up Thalal, or will you still
Oh,
stick
yeah,
to the
yeah,
name?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's full name. Thalal bin Tabish. And then he knows he's in trouble.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn. Well, there you go, Cassandra.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got it,
Have
love.
a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks,
All
guys.
right,
Bye.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Okay, Avery says here, does Roz know which season and episode he was on Income Property? I've been watching it a lot on Amazon Prime, and I'm interested in watching his episode.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Do you know
Luckily-
Maury?
Yeah, I put it on the note. I googled it. It comes up you're on Wikipedia.
For Income Property?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
like by episode if it says there. I wrote it down.
Okay, Income Property episode, season 8, episode 28 is where you will find.
Really?
Yeah.
I was that deep into the season?
There you go. Season 8, episode 28.
What year
Avery.
was that? Do you remember more what year that was?
That
It's got to be
was
2014, 2013,
something
2014.
like that. Yeah, because Rox
something
was
like
in it.
that.
And she was real little.
Yeah.
I think it was 2014,
Had to
I
be,
wanna
had to be
say.
2014 that we did that.
It was April 3rd, 2015.
That's when it aired.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we
so you
taped it. We
filmed
taped
it
it 2014
2014
though, because we did it in the summer fall, right?
Rayman asks, in your experience, what is the best day to order something online if you want to get it as soon as possible?
I used to have a trick for eBay.
Which was
Years ago, if there was stuff that I wanted on eBay, some vintage things, I would always buy it on Christmas Day at like midnight
yeah.
because nobody
Like Christmas
was on,
Eve going into Christmas Day?
Yes, right at midnight because nobody was on eBay.
Oh,
at
you
that
mean
time.
you mean when you were bidding on things?
when I was bidding on things? It was
Yeah.
always right at Christmas, like midnight Christmas Day.
Right. Interesting.
I don't have like a specific day because a lot of like, especially Amazon, if you order it by a certain time,
Yeah.
you could get it same day.
Right.
It all depends on what you're ordering.
And it
what
depends
you
on what
want.
you're ordering because sometimes like I can place an order today and then it'll just show up tomorrow.
I will often, if I'm on
I don't have a
Amazon, if I'm on
specific day.
Amazon, do you guys ever decide to buy something that is of either A, lesser quality or B, a little bit more expensive just because you can get it next day rather than 3 days?
No, I'll always wait for the full 3 days.
You'll always wait.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
if I want Nespresso pods, I'll buy the cheaper ones if they're going to come the next day.
But
Coffee's
no,
coffee.
but will you buy the more expensive ones if they're going to
Absolutely.
get them the next
cheaper
day?
or more expensive, whatever's going to arrive faster.
You will, huh? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
bought Wrangler
you know what?
jeans because they arrived the next day.
Yeah, I
Actually,
know.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? If it was something I really, really, really wanted,
Yeah.
and I know that I would use it ASAP,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'll spring extra couple of bucks to get the more expensive one for it to show up a lot
Yeah.
sooner. Yeah.
I will.
You?
I will always.
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 Yeah.
If I order Amazon, I need it in 24 hours minimum.
Really?
Minimum.
Wow.
Minimum. I love. You know what I love? I love when you get stuff same day.
It's the best.
It's never happened to me.
It's never
No?
happened.
Oh
Never.
my God, dude.
Oh.
It is.
and I'm a Prime member. It's never been same
Yo,
day.
it's
Oh.
one of the
glorious.
most satisfying things
Yeah.
What do I
ever.
click for that?
It'll tell you sometimes
Yeah.
depending on
Oh,
what you're
I've never
buying.
done
Depending
No.
on what you're looking at, it may say order within
Yeah.
the next, how many minutes,
Yeah.
and you'll get same day delivery.
Also, Maury.
Jeez.
Also, here's the thing: is that normally on same day things, it's when I do. It's on weekends when that happens, right? You have to wake up before 2 p.m.
That won't
in
happen.
order for that to happen. Because if you're jumping on Amazon on a Sunday at 3:00 in the afternoon, they're not going to give you same day
This
delivery.
past Sunday was 16 degrees, okay?
Yeah.
We didn't leave the house to get our day started until 4 p.m.
when the clouds were rolling in. Oh my God!
Matthew got out of bed at 2:30.
Yeah.
Then we made breakfast, our Sunday traditional breakfast.
Yeah.
Then he took a bath or whatever. We got out of the house to take our dog for a walk at 4 p.m.
Wait, prior to 4 p.m., did that dog get let
I
out?
took
You
him out myself. Before our let's go enjoy the day walk down to the
Yeah.
water, 4 p.m.
What time did you get up?
I got up at noon.
So not any better.
Hey, let me tell you, I was sitting on the couch, whatever day it was. It was Sunday, the day that it was really
Yeah.
beautiful. So I got up Sunday morning, probably about 4:30, right, in and around there. And I was sitting. I went upstairs. I was sitting on the couch. I have a pair of just track pants on and no shirt.
Okay.
And I had my computer on my lap. Everything was dark in the room. And my computer was on my lap, so the computer was just bright, like glowing me. And I saw this flash outside.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there and I'm listening, and I was like, "There's no rain, there's no nothing," and it was just a quick flash, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, that was weird."
A ghost.
And then I go back. I go back doing what I'm doing again. And then I see another flash again.
Yeah.
And I'm like convinced that somebody is outside taking my
your
picture.
And
what I was doing, I was reading something.
Yeah.
Okay. It was lightning, it rained 2 seconds later. But what freaked me out, okay, was that I was sitting there reading, and I at some point was untangling 2 hairs around my nipple that had got tangled.
Just in case there was someone taking your picture?
No, this is what I was doing when the flashes started going off.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get
So
yourself
if
camera ready.
someone was taking pictures, that's what they were taking pictures of.
Yeah, so I start thinking, okay, first of all, it's 4:00 in the morning. I'm in a dark room with my computer open on my lap, and I'm twirling my nipple hair. Okay? And I'm like, immediately, this is career ruining,
Yeah,
right?
so sexy.
Like so sexy.
But instead of going to look, you decide to untangle the hair.
Yeah, no, this is just what I was doing. It was quick. It was 2 flashes that were quick, right? And then when I looked out, I looked down, and I was like, oh, God, I'm like the guy at 4:00 in the morning whose family's obviously asleep, sitting on the couch, tweaking his own nipple on his laptop.
Yeah.
Right?
You look like such a perv.
Thank you.
What a weirdo.
Yeah. So that happened. Anyway.
Deborah says here, are you close or are you friends with any other radio hosts in, quote, rival studios?
Any other people
radio
who are on the
people.
radio?
I know other radio people. I mean, rival? I mean, we worked with people at rival stations.
Yeah, like we know a lot of people who work at other radio stations, whether you just know of them, or sorry, whether you've worked with them at some point in our career, right? Or you know other people through other people.
Yeah. I think that there is...
But I could see why the question would be asked. For people who aren't in this business, it's really fascinating to find out if, your competitors on air, but, when the mics are off, do you hang out and go for coffee?
Yeah, I think it was different years ago. I think years ago, radio, especially morning radio, was a vicious, nasty place, and it was unlike any other area in show business. You never saw actors or, authors or, for the most part, people in bands that viciously attacked everybody else in the world who did the same thing that they did. Morning radio was full of that for a long time, where people who did it, just the only way to win was to viciously attack the people in the same city that you were in. And it was standard, and it happened all over every city. You'd go to every city all over Canada, America, and there was always people doing this, and they all thought that they invented everything and that they were the best and so on and so forth. Radio's really gotten away from that now, and it's a much sort of, I don't want to say friendlier place, because competition is still competition, but they don't use that angle anymore. They don't use that, talking about your competitors on the radio in that kind of way, anymore.
Said.
Very hurtful things, hurtful things. And that used to be normal, and it used to be tolerated. And not only that, it used to be encouraged, right? Like this was stuff that people sat in offices and thought up on how to do and sort of strategize on how to hurt, a show that was maybe in the same market as you, not even looking for the same audience as you, but they just happened to exist in the same place as you. And it was a really vicious place, and it was one of the things that turned me off of radio for a very, very long time. But I will say now, do I have any friends that I hang out with? Really, no. But I guess the closest person that I would say is there's a station in Toronto. It's an all news station called now it's City News 680, but it was 680 News for a long time. And the guy who does mornings there, a guy named Paul Cook, is a guy that I met who hired me for my first job in about 93 or 94. And we talk all the time, just over text. And once a year, we'll get together and usually we'll watch a football game, which is the Vanier Cup, the college football game.
Nice.
And I've been doing Vanier with him and his friends since 94 every year, and he's been doing it with those friends since 84.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so
that's
it's
incredible.
so it's a crew that's
so
been
nice,
so it's a crew that's been getting together for a very long time. But I would say he's really the only person that I speak with for sure.
I mean,
that's on the radio.
I know other radio people, and I'll text every now and then.
Yeah,
but I'm very competitive, so
right.
Everyone's in my eyes during the time that we're on the radio.
Yeah,
you've all got a target.
Right.
I don't care how jokey we are on text.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm out here to destroy you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Right?
Yeah. I think that I think that every show has to have a mocha. I think that everybody has to have that.
Even like on this floor, like people
Oh,
that we
I
see in the
know.
hallway
Oh,
all
I
the
know.
time.
I know.
Hey,
I know.
how are you? Have a great show.
Yeah.
But inside, I'm like, yo, I'm about to murder you right now.
Yeah. No. I know.
As soon as you turn that microphone on, you got a target on your forehead.
Look at Deepa right now, dying.
Mocha.
What?
Mocha's like the biggest sweetheart in the world. I can't even imagine like that thought is a real thought that like crosses his mind.
Oh, for years,
No,
Deepa.
Deepa, you see Mocha, on the radio, and even in meetings when we have meetings with people, we're not on the radio. You should see the meetings that when it's just me and Mocha and somebody else.
Oh.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Is it that bad?
No, they're awesome.
When was the last one?
I
Like
love
3
it.
weeks ago or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
Yo, I went off.
I
Deepa.
love it.
That was like 3 weeks ago.
I love it.
Here's my thing, okay? This show for me is everything, and like I want this to be the biggest, the best, the top dog in like the entire country.
Yeah.
So everybody in this country is on my hit list.
Okay, put it this way.
Wow.
Put it this way. We were in a meeting with a boss. I'm not going to say which boss. We were in a meeting with a boss, and you can bleep this, right? Of course. So something was suggested, and it was suggested in a sort of very long, drawn out, elaborate, sort of wordy way. And once the person was done saying what they were saying, Mocha's response was, "Can I just say something? F that."
No way! Did you actually?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Listen,
Yeah.
competition's competition, okay?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. It was awesome.
Can I be invited to these meetings? I want to see this live.
Oh, Deepa, you probably cry. Thank you all for your messages and for all of your comments on Instagram. At Kiss925, we post a picture every single week that reads Ask Roz and Mocha. This is where we get the questions from.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.